I'm Amber Nash, the voice of your favorite HR nightmare, Pam Poovey. Welcome to our Archer Rewatch podcast. We are currently covering a whopping 13 episodes of Archer for season 2 with a bunch of super fun guests. Welcome to Rephrasing. Hey guys, and welcome to season 2, episode 3. I'm your host, Amber Nash, and here with me as always we have...
I'm Casey Willis, executive producer on Archer.
And...
I'm Christian Danley. I was an editor on Archer.
Together with our guest today, we are going to talk about blood test. Trinette shows up at the office with a special package, the Wee Baby Seamus. Now, Archer must go to extremes to prove he's not the father. Today's guest is an actor and voice artist with one of the most recognizable voices in comedy. She's best known as the iconic Janice on Friends, but her work spans decades across television, film, and animation. You've heard her on Dog Man and The Addams Family, and seen her pop up on everything from Seinfeld to Everybody Loves Raymond. A true character powerhouse with unforgettable comedic timing, the voice of Trinette, it's Maggie Wheeler!
Yay!
Yay! We're so excited to have you!
I'm so excited to be here.
Okay, so before we get into the episode, I have so many questions for you. But I always, whenever there's a Trinette episode, I'm like, Trinette has the absolute best lines in the episode. Like the way that she just takes everybody out at the knees with the things that she says to them.
Every line to Archer is just dripping with hatred. It's so great. It's like
they wrote me such great insults. I mean, it was just so much fun.
So
and sometimes we would just keep going.
Yeah. When you got the role of Trinette, or you first read the lines for her, did it have any character descriptions for you, or did you just fully come up with a character sound?
I believe it said she was like an Irish, Catholic hooker from Queens.
Yeah.
And you were like, got it. This is what it sounds like. Oh, I love it. That's so much fun. And so in between, when you would have an episode and then it would be some time before you had another episode, would you have to listen to old episodes to get back into it?
I did. I think pretty much when I got into the studio, I'm like, play me something. And, just so that we were keeping honest.
Right. That's so fantastic. Because
it was so much fun.
In between seasons, we'd have a few months off, and I would be like, I don't know what Pam sounds like, because I had a little bit more of a character voice than some of the other actors did, and
you were hilarious. You were hilarious.
That means so much. Thank you
hilarious.
So much.
There's also something that happens as time goes by in animation. A lot of times it feels like actors start doing impressions of the voice they originally did, so the voices change. Like if you watch The Simpsons, there's some real changes in the voices, and Adam did the voice for a character called Gillette, and his voice started out very low and deep and then ended up where Gillette ended up.
And he was supposed to originally be the voice of Archer, and they were like,
nope. Another note from the network.
No, Maggie Wheeler. No, Adam Reed.
But then those two characters ended up becoming such fun characters too, of Trinette and Gillette. So, will you tell us just a little bit about how you got your start? Because did you start in voiceover, or did you start
I did
camera?
start.
Okay.
I did start in voiceover.
Cool.
First of all, I'm stuck right now on the spinoff Trinette and Gillette. It's going to stay with me.
Oh my God.
I think maybe there's something there. But yeah, I did start out, I was just a dreamer, a teenage dreamer with this big idea, and I couldn't figure out how am I going to do this? How am I going to be an actor? And of course, I was taking classes and I was doing shows at school, and I was in a children's theater company after school that was doing musicals for children in the theater where Godspell, ran their their show, and then we had it was crazy. It was in the basement of some hotel on Broadway, but anyway. All the things.
Under Broadway.
Under Broadway.
And then, under it.
Exactly. Not off, not on, but under. And I managed to get a manager.
Okay.
I don't remember how it happened. Well, somebody, my mother, who was not, my mother was very much like Archer's mother, and so she said to me, under no circumstances are you going to do that. But then, I drove her mad, and one day she came home and she said, listen, I met someone who knows someone whose grandchild has a manager. I don't know anything about it. Here's the name. You do it, So I was the only child who ever walked into that manager's office without a parent in tow.
Oh, wow.
And I did my auditions and I did my whatevers. And then, I was kind of relentlessly pimped out for these commercial auditions that I never got. And they, I was very ethnic, they thought at the time, but they weren't sure if I was Italian or Puerto Rican or Jewish or whatever it was. Anyway, it was not going well. And then I think out of this, mercy, they cast me in a crowd of kids doing a voiceover ad for a group in the 70s called the Rubinoos. And I was in the booth with a bunch of kids, and we were all going, ooh, the Rubinoos, ooh, the Rubinoos, ooh, the Rubinoos. And then it was at Clack Studios in New York, and the guys in the booth said, who's the kid with the low voice?
Oh, wow.
Yet. I'm going to get fired.
Oh,
It's like
right,
my
yeah.
first paying gig. Anyway, they yanked me out, gave me the spot, and my little voiceover work began. And I did a lot of work for Clack Studios and for MTV. And then, and then I when I was in my early 20s, I was so blessed to get on this show called The New Show that Lorne Michaels was directing. It was a sketch comedy show. He took a year off of SNL, and it was a primetime sketch comedy show, during which time I got to work with I can't, like, if I stood here and gave you the list, you'd think I was really obnoxious. But just the greatest people, from Kevin Kline to Raul Julia to Gilda to Catherine O'Hara to Penny Marshall, everybody, all his friends. And I was
All the
20,
heavy hitters came out.
I think I was 24, and it was, it was my dream come true.
Yeah, wow.
And then the thing got canceled, and I thought, well, now's the moment. I better get out, learn how to drive, and get out to LA and see if I can make this thing, go. And after a year in LA, thank you, Lorne Michaels, Rankin Bass reached out to him to cast a new superhero cartoon, and they asked if he had any suggestions, and he sent them my audition tape for the show. And when I got the new show, the assignment was 6 minutes of original stand-up, and I had never in my freaking life done that. And so, that was like a separate nervous breakdown, but somehow I managed to kind of mine the characters of my life and do what I like to do, which is, to mimic people and bring them to life. And anyway, I got, so Lauren, let them know about me. And then they reached out and they said, we'd like you to audition for this thing. 65 episodes of a superhero cartoon, but we can't fly you to New York. And I'm like, I'll be there tomorrow. So I came back home and I got that job, and I worked for Rankin Bass for 2 years. So I don't know how long we did it, but we did 2 seasons of SilverHawks, and then we did, I did another show for them called The Comic Strip, where I got to do a trillion voices. And anyway, so that was like my, that's where my roots are planted. In animation.
And so did you kind of, were you a funny kid? Did you know that comedy was kind of the path that you wanted to take?
I did. I was, and I did. And then there was a moment, kind of the thing that sort of put me on the map in another way was when I did this independent film called New Year's Day with a director named Henry Jaglom, who just passed away this year. And it was funny, and I'm funny in it, but it's also serious. And then when that was done, I'm like, okay, it's time for people to know that I can be serious, So I sort of spent this period of time focusing on being a serious actress, and I did some hour drama, and I did some things, and then, after many chapters, I ended up on Seinfeld, and it was really like the first minute of the first rehearsal of the first scene where I went, oh yeah, like, this is what I freaking love.
Yes.
This is where I fly. This is what I'm home.
Yeah, you're in your spot. Yeah.
Yeah. I was so excited by that. And I thought, okay, yeah, it just kind of cleared the dust, cleared the cobwebs.
It must have been so thrilling. I mean, like being young, like in your early 20s, and working with all those incredible people, and just like it's also exciting. I mean, it's still exciting, like because the business can be so hard, and sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down. It's always kind of thrilling whether you want it to be or not. But especially when you're young, and it's like there's so many possibilities, and you're finding your voice. Like, what a great time!
It was a great time. And of course, like if you look at the map, and it's something that I tell people or tell young actors or whatever, because I do think like, it does, when you look at it in a condensed form on a resume or whatever, it seems like, wow, that's a lot of work. No, if you put the pins out on a map, you would see that I had to travel like we all do, 70,000 miles between jobs where you were figuring out what the heck to do with yourself with every hour of your
You
day.
get one season of a dream job, and then that's it. And then you're like, oh, now what do I do?
Yeah. Then you have to live until the next miracle.
Right.
Yeah, and convince yourself not to stop doing it and do something else, and
quit.
gosh, yeah, it is quite.
Yeah.
Casey, did you have something?
I do. I'm really excited. So, SilverHawks was right in my wheelhouse because I was a big Thundercats fan, and then SilverHawks, and then a lot of people don't know. After that, there was Tiger Sharks, which was kind of underwater.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's a connection to Archer because on SilverHawks, Peter Newman was also a voice on that, and Peter Newman is the voice of Nikolai Jakoff in Archer.
Oh,
nice.
that is incredible. Okay. Well, I just did a podcast with some of those folks, and it was really, really fun to revisit the SilverHawks days and also comic strip, which was so much fun for me. It was an amazing chapter.
It was cool because
I wanted Silverhawk toys so bad, but like when you were a kid, you had to pick the thing. Like your parents couldn't let you collect everything. They're like, no, you got Transformers, and it was like,
I was cleaning up recently, and I found this kind of box. It looked like a Tibetan wooden box, and I'm like, what's that? I don't even know what that is. And I opened it up, and there was my my Steelheart toy and a Copper Kid toy, and they were in that box. I got they must have given them to me all those years ago, and I still have them.
That is so cool. So, Casey, do you know, and Maggie, you might also know this too, that Trinette was meant to be a character that would return? Okay, so we knew that from the very beginning.
I believe so. With Adam, so Maggie, I don't know if you know this. Adam wrote every single episode until the middle of season 10. So it was just him. There was really no writer's room.
Wow.
And it was really like if somebody, I know he loved you, and so, or still loves you, and so putting Trinette was always a priority, but he also has so many other characters it was hard to always work people in. But I know he always would love to put Trinette in, love to put, there's a few others that always shine and he comes back to, but I can't imagine what his brain is like with all these people swimming around in it at all times.
Either. The fact that he wrote every episode for all of those seasons, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's a wild mind.
the bulk of the series, as we say.
Yes.
Maggie, I was listening to another interview that you did, and you were talking about how you'd heard that on Friends, they'd be stuck on something, and they'd be like, let's bring Janice in.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's kind of where Adam was, too, where it's like, what, I can't, Trinette.
Trinette. Listen, what a great, kind of device to be in any show. And it was one of the writers who told me that about Janice on Friends. We were at some event or whatever, and he said to me, this is how it used to go. We'd be unable, it would be 1 a.m, 2 a.m, we couldn't quite break the script. We'd run into a stumbling block, and then somebody would say, what about Janice? And so, I hope that Trinette was that for Adam. I love that.
That's awesome.
By the way, Adam was so great to me throughout the whole thing, and just like, he was so complimentary to me and so encouraging when we came to record. And so I don't know, I have such fond memories of being in that studio and just hearing from the other side, wherever all of you people were, just like, oh, that's so funny, or that's so good, or we love that. I don't know, it was awesome.
Oh, what a great time. I know. I also have great memories of doing it. Okay, so let's get into the cold open. So Archer is being a dick to people in the office. He is like, he's basically fat shaming and being an ableist. He finds Trinette in Mallory's office along with Seamus, Sterling, McGoon, Archer, and a paternity test. And I loved this line I wrote down. I guess I skipped the Emily Post chapter about how to introduce your mother to a hooker. And then
She says, escort.
Yeah, puke. I love calling somebody a puke is like, that is hilarious. Do you know was all that written? Did you improvise some stuff ever?
I didn't come up with that, but I did improvise. We went on like jags of improvising insults, but no, your puke was given to me.
So good. And I wrote down the way that Trinette talks to people. It's so specific, and it's every time that character comes back, you know exactly what you're going to get. And it's like, I don't know that it's that specific for any other characters in the Archer universe. Like, it's just like you know exactly what you're going to get with Trinette.
I love
like
that.
the nicest she is when she gets that ham cozy and she's like polite about it, but like everybody else is like,
We're not at the baby shower, but what in the world is a ham cozy? I mean,
we'll save it. We'll save it.
Yeah, you need to keep a ham warm.
You shouldn't give it him.
And that's everything in the cold open. I wrote that it was very short and very effective. Like, that was a pretty short cold open compared to a lot of the other episodes. Yeah.
I love the turn when Mallory, turns and has the baby in her arm. I mean, that's just a great reveal.
Yeah, the just real flat deliveries from Jessica on those reads going into that.
Good.
But also, I think before that moment happens, there's that hilarious kind of when sorry, I have to like get my brain together with everyone's names. But when Cheryl says it sneezed. So she like tips it off that there's an it, and you don't know what the it is, and I love that. And her germ phobia is like, present.
Her anti-baby thing is really funny.
Did you know Jessica Walter? Did you ever work with her on anything else?
We met, but I don't, and we may, for all I know, we'll have to do a deep dive. It's possible that we did work together. She was extraordinary. I loved her.
Yeah.
Just so great.
So incredible.
We've talked about this in this episode. It's pretty heavy, of Cyril getting vices put upon him. So like he wasn't in the first season, he's not addicted to food, he's not addicted to sex, and people just say these things to him and then he takes it and that becomes part of his personality. It's so terrible.
It's so terrible. Oh, there's two other things, because I did take notes. I did my homework and I did take notes. So first of all, I just love when Mallory says, "You colossal fucking idiot."
Great.
I mean, that is, my mother would have said that. And so I just felt, I had a warm feeling when she said, "You
Very
colossal fucking idiot." Am I allowed to say that on this?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. And then the other thing that I noticed that I had not noticed was the fantastic and recurring theme of the chocolate, of the candy bar, the wrapper, the chocolate, because it starts out with Cyril, tipping us off.
I feel like the foisting the eating thing on him was just to justify the rapper joke.
I think so.
Now it's a thing
so.
that Cyril has to do.
So good. Okay, let's get into Act 1. So Mallory is yelling at Archer for not getting a vasectomy. And I wrote down this line: "When I'm ready for a grandchild, it won't be the potato-faced spawn of some Irish whore." God, it's so... Maggie, were you ever like, is this a role I want to play? Like, was it ever, or were you just like, let's go for it?
Oh, absolutely, yes. There was never any doubt in my mind. But I do think it's rather funny that I didn't think about it until this second, but both Trinette and Janice have babies who get made fun of for their faces.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh my God, I hadn't thought about that either.
Have you watched The Gilded Age on HBO at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that kind of old money New York thing, that's kind of what this reminds me of. It's like, if they're not white, Protestant, upper class, they're trash. And so that's kind of what this reminds me of.
it is so New York. I mean, she is so New York, and I'm from the other side of those tracks. I'm from the Jewish side, but my mother also had no patience for. Well, what is their provenance? Where did they go to school? Who are they? Well, but no. Okay, well, forget that. Forget them.
A real Mrs. Astor.
Exactly.
I also loved that Archer drops that he used to have to book Trinette weeks in advance because she was so popular.
Listen, get in line. You think you're the only game in town? I don't think so.
I also love that Archer says that was amazing, and Trinette goes, yeah, well,
Right. Like, of course, that's my whole thing.
So casual. Let's see.
And so is this? I think Pam says "Wee Baby Seamus" first, and then everybody else starts saying it. But Pam is the first one to.
I love that. I have it in caps on my little piece of paper.
Nice.
Let's have a baby shower for Trinette and the Wee Baby Seamus. I love the Wee Baby Seamus.
So good. And yeah, that's how he's always referred to for the rest of the series.
It's so good.
Do we ever learn what's in Pam's crock pot there?
I don't know.
She's got a mini crock pot.
Just eating out of a crock pot for lunch. It's so funny. Oh, it's probably gravy based, whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Archer insists that there is no way that the baby is his. Mallory is worried about the shame it would bring on the family. The gang's gossiping about it in the break room. I love the fight that erupts between Lana and Cheryl that then ends in Cheryl having an orgasm. It's just like, what is happening? This show is insane. And then Pam's eating out of a crock pot.
I think I was busy watching the fight. I didn't see the crock pot.
Yeah.
Subtle.
Yeah, we've been thinking about it a lot on the podcast because every time you go to lunch, it's like, what's Gillette, Cheryl, and Pam eating? And it's always so specific to their character. It's great. Archer and Mallory are at the lawyer's office. Mallory suggests the laboratory at ISIS can handle the test. Then Barry arrives, and that's how this all kind of unfolds, and we know what's really going on, that Odin will be providing the security for the test pro bono as a payback for the shattered femur.
Right.
They take a liter of Archer's blood.
Okay, here's what's so funny. Yeah, so he keeps saying, what's a GL? What's a GL? What's a GL? A GL, so I had to look it up this morning.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, is it a gallon? What is a GL? Where's the joke? So I'm sure you all already know this, but I looked it up this morning. It's a gigaliter. It's 1 billion liters. It's used to measure reservoir capacity or large-scale irrigation or citywide water consumption.
Gigaliter. All right.
I love that. I love that.
Is that hilarious?
Yeah.
I was thinking a gallon, that's a lot of blood, but Jesus Christ, it's a gigaliter.
And then let's see.
I just want to say that the editing on that briefing from Barry was really great. Like, and just Archer, that's when Archer's getting like woozy in his little inserts, and it was just so tight and such a great little scene.
It's a great scene.
Totally.
I want to do a little shout out to Archer artist Rod Ben, who was the model for Dr. Ben.
Okay.
Who now he's also known as Killamari. He's the local mural artist, and does great stuff all over the country now.
Street art and mural
Wow,
art.
cool.
Yeah, so if you're in Atlanta and you see some Lotus Eater Club stuff or some Killamari murals, he got a start on Archer.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has some stuff in the Krog Tunnel from time to time.
Maybe, but even if you're on the connector, there's an apartment building that has a really awesome mural that he did on the side of it.
It's like
very
8 stories tall.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
amazing.
You guys are using words I've never heard. Frog tunnel, connector. I don't know where we are right now.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. Do you want the truth? You can't handle the truth. It's time for our new segment, Two Truths and a Line. You know the game Two Truths and a Lie, right? It's that game where you share 3 facts about yourself, but one of them is untrue, and then everyone judges you because your story about getting arrested for public intoxication wasn't as charming as you thought it was. This game is similar, but Maggie will read 3 lines and then have to figure out which Trinette line was never said. Maggie, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
That was an intense setup.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I have some lines that Casey selected for us,
Yes.
and
Okay.
I'll bring them up. Casey, are you running this game?
Well, we could just tag team it.
Right.
Okay, all right. Here's our first line.
And Maggie, will you read this line for us? And then after you read all 3, we'll figure out which one Trinette did not say.
You can't tattoo a frickin' baby.
So good.
So great. So great.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to scroll to the next one, and hopefully without revealing that I'm always so nervous that I'm going to go too far. All right, here we go.
Ooh, you're lucky his father's not here. He knows Krav Maga, you Nazi shit ass.
Okay, great.
All right, and then the final line.
Hi, Archer. That's right. It's me. How did you know?
Okay.
Unmistakable. All right.
Never doesn't have attitude. Like she's never just not giving people shit. I love
Yeah.
it.
Trinette definitely said you can't tattoo a freaking baby.
That's right. That's
Number 2.
And I think she also said this. Ooh, you're lucky his father's not here. He knows Krav Maga, you Nazi shit ass.
okay.
I
I
kind
buy
of
it.
think she did say that, and I'm going to say she did not say, hi, Archer, that's right, it's me. How did you know?
Maggie,
Casey?
you totally nailed it.
Yes!
That last one is actually a Janice line from
I was going to
Friends.
say,
I think it's Janice.
That's great.
Hi, Chandler. It's me. How did you know?
Okay, and now we're back for the second half of our episode. We're going to jump into Act 2. Archer isn't feeling well because so much blood has been taken out of his body. He admits it's pretty likely that the baby actually is his. Very funny that he's like trying and then just kind of gives up. He's like, yeah, whatever. It probably is mine.
Yeah.
Mallory tells Archer he's going to break into the vault and replace his blood with someone else's. And then we get to the baby shower. And
Right.
Another great line with you puke. What does it look like, you puke? About the baby shower. It's so great.
We get another dig at Trudy Beekman, right as they're coming into the baby shower, like Mallory's nemesis in the apartment or the condo complex.
Do we ever see Trudy Beekman?
I believe just the back of her head we see one time.
Oh man, that'd be it. She could be in the Gillette and Trinette spinoff.
Yeah, and Trudy Beekman.
Exactly. And I think it's in this, it's where in the moment where Archer is admitting to his paternity that we see the flashback of the moment where we get the where the candy wrapper comes back and she says, this ain't a condom wrapper, it's from a freaking candy bar. And then, and I think by that time is it the third time that we've seen a candy wrapper? I don't know. We see one at the top. I think we see one. I don't remember if it's the third. If now it's number 2, and then there's like 2 more after that. I don't know.
And just
And then-
imagine like a crinkly candy bar wrapper in the bed, just like floating around.
And then does he say, sometimes I like to treat myself?
Sometimes I like to ovulate.
It's like, because clearly Archer doesn't know what ovulating is because he doesn't want her to do it in the bed.
Somewhere else.
Okay.
So funny. So Lana gets baby fever. Mallory is getting Cyril drunk so that they can steal his blood. Trinette leaves an upper decker in the master bath.
Okay, I had to look that up too because, of course, I knew what it was, right? I mean, I know what she's referring to, but I'm like,
Okay.
I wonder where that comes from. Okay, so I learned something this
Okay.
morning. an upper decker is crapping in the toilet tank. Right? I mean, you all probably already knew that. I did not know because you know about Grok Tunnel or whatever you were just talking about. I don't know what that is. Crapping. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So then it flushes poop into the toilet.
Forever tainted.
I mean, clearly, I missed out in my younger years. I was doing other things in New York City, but not crapping in toilet tanks.
Well, and that's why you've been so successful. But we spent a lot of time crapping in toilets. So.
I don't have a record, but
that reminds me of one of the best and worst parts of the job was when we would record Jessica Walter, and she was always prepared and had her script with tabs. And she goes, before we start, I have a few questions. And then we would have to explain the filthiest joke to someone who's so like our grandma. She's like, what is a teabagging? It was awesome.
Oh my God.
that is classic.
My favorite, though, sometimes when people write out, am I right? They'll push it all together. And one time she goes, Casey, what is Amarite? And I go, that's am I right? Just written all together. And she goes, oh my God, Adam's a genius.
Where does he come up with it?
Oh my God.
That's so good.
Another word for an upper decker is the top shelf, where you poop in the tank also. So I'm sure there's regional
variants.
Called something different
because it's done all over the country, and no matter depending on where you are, there's a little different flair.
Yeah.
How this vandalism is enacted.
Yep. And we call ours the Krog Tunnel here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So Cyril won't drink, so Mallory asks Woodhouse for some junk so they can finally get the job done. And then they do finally get his blood.
Is this Krieger's first Me Too riff?
I wrote that down as well. So a lot of times we'll have everybody lines in the script, and we just let every person do a little thing, and then the editor will highlight one of them and make it jump out. And Krieger's Me Too became like a catchphrase for him. Yeah. Where he's talking about the breast milk and he's like, me too, or whatever.
Me too.
Like,
Yeah.
There's three of them. There's three, and they are descending in volume. The last one's just so quiet.
And so long after the second one. So you forget about it.
I didn't hear it. I watched it twice, and I didn't hear it the first time. But the second time I heard it, I'm like, that's funny. And then I heard it the second one, I'm like, oh my God, it's still happening.
Yeah.
And I like that the breast milk is like in a jar with just like some tape. What was written on the tape? Because it didn't say breast milk, right?
I don't remember.
Was it like a number?
Yeah.
Phrase,
gross.
whatever thing it came from, whatever experiment. Because he says because that's the first Me Too. Is she says I made the cozy. I mean, at least I made my gift, and he's like, me too, me too. So he created the breast milk.
I wrote down that this the baby shower was for the bastard child you humped into a filthy whore. Which is another great line.
And I also want to point out the William S. Burroughs reference. Is this the first time we learn that Woodhouse does heroin, right? This is the first reveal of his heroin habit.
I think so. And then that's based on a real story.
Give it to us, Casey. We both went to art school.
So, Woodhouse says, I'll bet you whatever grams of junk I can shoot glass off your wife's head.
Oh.
That is actually how William S. Burroughs' wife died. They were in Mexico. They were drunk and high.
On smack.
And they decided to play William Tell and put a glass on his wife's head and tried to shoot it off.
Why couldn't it have been him? That's not fair.
Yeah. Great question.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay, so Act 3.
Yeah.
Odin's security is tight. Archer is too drunk to be doing spy stuff. He crashes through. Is that like a skylight that he crashes through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where the cockroach is waiting to
Yeah, right. That great Oh, and then that ringtone, pure Casey Willis.
Yeah.
You can hear him.
And who else has that ringtone? Another, like one of the guards or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a funny joke because you think he's gonna get caught, and then it's
Yeah,
just the
why are
guard
you
outside
calling
has
me?
the exact same ringtone.
I think he even goes, shit's tight, right?
I love this. The earlier, speaking of ringtones, I do love that earlier thing where Lana says he's a package deal.
Cool.
And it
That's
cuts to him. They're screwing, and his mother calls. I mean, just
Yep.
I just had to jump back for a minute.
Yeah, and he says
Casey
that I
has-
didn't invent child-proof bottles or child-proof prescriptions.
Casey has commented previously on the network being very specific about the kind of thrusting that can happen, how often it can happen in those scenes. They were very strict.
Very specific.
Quite a lot of thrusting in this episode.
I mean, yeah.
So we see then that the party stragglers are still at Archer's, and Lana is going through Archer's stuff. And I didn't notice this until I had watched it a second time, that on the box it says, "Take this to your house" in big letters. So clearly Mallory had packed up all of his stuff at some point.
Right.
And you'd think it's things that a mother would want to keep, like his baby shoes.
No.
No, get this out of my house.
She comes around though,
Yeah.
holding up that little tactical turtleneck.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the first turtleneck! I love that moment. Oh,
That's cute.
tiny black turtleneck, first smoking jacket, like this little mini Hefner kind of thing where she holds up that. That's pretty
cute.
hilarious.
So I didn't know nutmeg could get you high.
Yeah.
And sometimes it was like junkies, if they couldn't get heroin, would take nutmeg to try to stave off the DTs.
What? What
Speaking
is
of
nutmeg?
William S. Burroughs, he writes about it, maybe in Naked Lunch as well, taking nutmeg. Yeah.
Interesting.
So educational, everybody. I just want to stop for a moment and say there's a lot to learn here.
We learned so much, and I've learned so much just doing this podcast.
It's great that Archer was on during the time of Google, because so many times a joke is Googleable. Like, you'll be like, oh, I got to find out what this really is about.
Yeah, totally. We find out that Pam is propositioning a passed out Cyril. I just wrote, not a good look.
This is definitely sexual assault.
Oh, yeah.
This is the anti-consent episode.
Yes. Yeah, because then Gillette's like, oh, I want to get in on this later. Woodhouse has the DTs. Pam is definitely sexually assaulting Cyril. Gillette tags in. Then we see Mallory's change of heart, which we mentioned. And then at that moment where Archer is hanging above the blood and deciding, is he going to do it, is he not?
So funny. And he's like, now she wants me to do the right thing. Where not when I wanted a puppy, not when I wanted cornrows. That killed me. That killed me. And I have to say, there during that same period that Archer asked his mother for cornrows, I wanted them. And I used to do that. I would try to do it myself. And then I would go to school. I would get up to go to school the next morning. And my mother said, what is happening? Who are you? Bo Ginsburg? She said, are you Bo Ginsburg? And for those who don't know the Bo Derek reference from
10. Yeah, it was a big deal.
Bo Derek with cornrows. But yeah, I took a lot of shit from my ex-nun English teacher who thought I was rather ridiculous, and I was. And then when I would take it out, I would look like Rosanna So then I would have fabulous kind of triangle of hair. And I thought that was cute. So then I would go to school the next day like, look at me.
Yeah, so this got me like a week of hairdos. By that
Week of hairdos. I felt close to Archer in that moment.
So funny. Because when I think about it, as a kid that grew up in Georgia, to me, you would go to Florida for spring break and come back with cornrows that somebody gave you on the beach.
On the beach.
Yeah, Panama City is the destination for Georgia schools.
Yep. And then the test comes back 100% match. It's such a funny misdirect. And then, because we didn't know until this moment, or did we, that Cyril had also had sex with Trinette.
No,
I did not know until that moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
we find out at the end of the episode.
So good.
Candy bars abound.
Yeah. And so Barry obviously knows, because there's that glitch in the tape. Barry obviously knows that Archer went in there and switched, but is like, this is gold and I can't.
Still gonna get it. Yeah.
Oh my God. And then we get another great couple of lines from Trinette. We get ya prick and ya dunce.
Super expensive candy bar.
Yeah.
And they're just so like laser like bite. It's just like punch, it's so good. And then we also get you son of a snack eating ass bitch. Very funny. And shit ass is another one. I feel like shit ass is in every Trinette episode.
Yeah, she says shit ass a lot.
I feel
Is
like
that something you improvised?
No, that is Adam. Or somebody, Casey, you have to tell me where
I
that
don't
came
know, but it does feel tri-state area insult, because my grandma from Jersey would say shit ass all the time. So I feel like it's that from that area for
from. Right.
sure.
It has
Okay.
a little it's got authentic roots, shit ass.
Yeah.
Because I had never heard shit ass before, and it's so great.
I love where I don't know how it happens. Maybe you're becoming people, and he said, I don't want to be people.
Yeah. It's a real burden.
I don't want to be people.
I wrote the line "Say la child support." That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's very good. There's so many things that you just miss. Like, that's what's so great about and what makes the show so rewatchable, is that there's so many layers that you can get on rewatching.
Also, we get like 3 confirmations about Cyril's gigantic penis, because
Yeah.
Trinette says that thing's huge.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And in season 1, I believe Pam and Cheryl were looking at people's reports.
Right.
And that's where they find out that Cyril tried to get a penis ensmallment surgery.
Oh, my God.
Smallman. I love that.
It's too much of a burden.
I also at the very end when Woodhouse is running off barefoot and Archer says, "Well, that you think heroin addiction, whatever he says about that you're going to get hookworm or ringworm or whatever he said." And I do remember as a child in New York City being like, no bare feet on the sidewalk.
Yeah, growing up in suburban Delaware, I couldn't have bare feet in the suburbs of Delaware. I was going to
Wow.
get something.
Hookworm. Now we're going to go into the impossibly hard trivia that Casey writes that nobody can ever get the answer to. But Maggie, you need to know, going into trivia, you already have 347 points.
Whoa!
Wow.
Which is an incredible amount of
That's
points.
That's as many points as some people have at the end of trivia.
That's very true. Very
How
true.
did I start out with so many points? What did I
We're
do?
not sure
Nobody
how
knows.
the points work.
There's no way to know. Amber won't tell us.
Great mystery.
So the candy bar that Archer and Cyril are eating, to me, clearly looks like an Almond Joy.
Okay, yeah, I tried to catch the wrapper, but it's too covered up intentionally, so we probably didn't have to clear it. I'm sure. So.
What's the sister candy bar of Almond Joy's name?
That's my question.
Yes.
Well, it would be. I'm picturing it because it's the one that I actually like. It's dark chocolate and it's coconut inside.
Yes.
And so there's the Almond Joy and the
There's a
Can
little
I-
phrase that goes along with
Can
it.
I give the clue? Yeah, the phrase.
The jingle?
Okay.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Almond Joy's got nuts. Blank don't.
Paul Mounds, don't.
Yes!
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I couldn't get it. See, I told you. I told everybody before this thing started, if you ask me a direct question, ooh.
Yeah.
But yes,
Good.
but I was going to say, so that's interesting. Is it an Almond Joy? Is it a Mounds bar? I liked the Mounds bar. But I think maybe it's a Clark bar, which you'd have to be my age to know a Clark bar.
No,
What's
I
in
know
a Clark
Clark.
bar?
It was chocolate on the outside, but it was kind of had this like crunchy, like
It's kind
very
of pre-Butterfinger,
Butterfingers.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm even thinking about.
Okay.
It's like a Butterfingers bar because
but I think sweeter inside than a Butterfinger. Like, this is crazy that we're talking levels of sweetness in a candy bar.
Yeah.
But I did find out that, okay, which came first, Almond Joy or Mounds? Do you guys know?
Well, Mounds seems like the more complicated. No, Almond Joy has nuts.
Mounds
That's
don't.
so confusing because it's like Almond Joy has mounds on it. There are 3 mounds on top of the Almond
I
Joy.
agree.
Oh my
And
gosh!
sometimes
which
you
came
feel like a
first?
nut, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
That's right. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts. What is the missing? What are the missing syllables? Peter, Paul, Mounds. What is the thing?
It's
What is
just
the name?
Mounds don't.
Oh, just Mounds. Don't.
Yeah.
It's not like the name of the company.
Nope.
I'm hearing Peter, Paul, Mounds. Who's Peter, Paul? I don't know.
The
Okay.
founder of Mounds.
I don't know which came first, Casey.
So it was actually Mounds that
Okay.
came first. And
That was
in
what I was going to say. I was going to say it.
Yeah.
Right.
In 1944, the U.S. military bought 80% of the production of Mounds.
Huh.
That was 5 million bars a month to put them in rations
Wow.
for the soldiers. So all these World War II dudes are just throwing back Mounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I was thinking about it. What's more shelf stable than like some dark chocolate on
Like compressed
desiccated coconut? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
So, next question. In this episode, Archer says paging Dr. Loggins because we have one of the most recognized running jokes in the series is Kenny Loggins, you're in the danger zone.
Mm-hmm.
But before Kenny Loggins had a solo career and was the soundtrack king, he was in what famous pop rock duo?
Loggins and Messina.
Fantastic.
Without a pause, right?
Without a pause. I want to just launch into House at Pooh Corner, but I just don't know if I can get there fast enough.
Okay.
That's great. Pooh's Corner was a big one, but also in 1971, this song did not break the top 40, but got plenty of airplay. What's the name of this song by Loggins and Messina that I'm thinking of? 1971.
I thought you were going to play it
Yeah,
for me.
I was waiting for-
Celebrate Me Home. No, that was probably
I'll
Kenny
give you
Loggins'
some
song.
lyrics. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you.
Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Everything. What's
That
it
counts.
called?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's called. Oh shit! It's a direct question. I'm out.
Yeah. No, I
I
think
can sing it for you.
I think that counts. As
What's
points.
it called, Casey?
It's called Danny's Song.
Danny's song.
And
Oh.
it's Kenny Loggins wrote it about his brother Danny having a child. One of the lines is Pisces Virgo rising is a very good sign.
Oh yeah.
When is Pisces? What?
Well, Virgo is September because I have a Virgo. One of my daughters is born in September. My brother was also a Virgo. So it's got to be like, August or it's got to be October. I don't
This
know.
is what messes me up about horoscopes. I have no idea. Pisces is actually February 19th to March 20th.
Oh yeah, well see, what do I know? It's where the planets are. It's not
Yeah.
when you were born. Right. Yeah.
One
And
time,
it's 100% true. All that stuff.
One
was
time,
really-
I upset someone at work because I said, well, I'm Aquarius, but I'm right on the cusp. She's like, cusp's not a real thing. I go, well, technically none of it's real. She got pretty upset with me.
Oh, no.
I know. All right,
My
finally.
sister knows a lot about astrology, and I periodically, when this meme pops up, I send it to her where it says like, "How are the stars affecting you today?" And it says Monday, not fucking at all. Tuesday, not fucking at all. Whatever, I can't remember exactly how it is.
Beautiful. Archer says his diary can be found in the Barbie Playhouse.
Mm-hmm.
What year did Barbie debut?
I'm going to say, and I'm guessing, I'm just absolutely guessing. I'm going to say 1951.
1959.
Oh, that's interesting. 1959. Okay.
Do you
year
know?
of my birth.
Very nice. Do you know Barbie's full name?
Jesus. She has one?
Yes.
I didn't know this either.
Her full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts.
Get out of here.
Millicent.
Get out of here.
How about Ken? What year did Ken debut?
Well, if Barbie was born in 1959, Ken was born in 1963.
Ooh, 61.
God damn it.
And his full name is Kenneth Sean Carson Jr.
Oh, there's a senior Ken.
Yeah, I
Oh my
guess.
God.
And Barbie had 3 sisters. Do you know her
did.
sisters' names?
Well, Skipper
Yes.
Okay.
Midge was her friend, not her sister.
No. Yes. Skipper is definitely one of her sisters.
And the other
That's the
two.
only one I knew was Skipper.
There's another one that's very famous because of Malibu. Her.
You know, I should know this, Casey, because I had them. I had Barbie, I had Midge, I had Skipper. But the other babies, the other sisters came later. I think I was out of the loop by that time, and I can't name them, damn it.
Yeah.
Well, we have Stacy
Oh, Stacy.
Malibu Stacy.
Yeah.
and Chelsea,
Oh, Chelsea. She
Who-
was after my time.
who
But
in 2011 was renamed to Kelly. Okay.
why not? She's
Chelsea's out.
She can
Chelsea's
do that.
in.
She can do that if she wants. And you know, you may not know that there was somewhere in the middle of this they created Growing Up Skipper.
Okay.
Are you going to ask me about her? And Growing Up Skipper, Skipper was a little child with a
Yes.
little child body. And then Growing Up Skipper, you took her arm and you raised it up and she grew boobs.
No way.
I mean,
Did they just like pop out of her chest?
Well, because they made her chest out of a softer rubber, and there was a mechanism inside her little body, and she grew boobs. She went through
Oh.
puberty.
My God.
toys
Little
need
girl.
interaction. They need some kind of action on them, and it's natural.
It's natural. Yes, just like later they made a pregnant Barbie with a belly a magnetized belly that came off, and out came the baby.
Oh wow.
My God.
That's crazy. I remember in the 80s, and this I think was to capitalize on the popularity of Gem and the Holograms, there was a Barbie line called Barbie and the Rockers.
Oh,
And
wow.
they had like a whole, my sister had them, they had the cassette, then you could play Barbie and Rockers music. All right, final question. Maggie, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Oh, good Lord. That's so interesting. Do I have anything I'd like to plug? Well, what can I say about several things? I can say that I've made 2 short movies recently, that both of which are very funny, and they're in festivals. And one is called Teen Mary, and it is a retelling of the Virgin Mary story in which Mary is a horny 15-year-old who has a little tryst with the married shepherd Gabriel, who happens to live down the road, and that she and her gay best friend Joseph have to cook up how to stay alive, and it's a very, very funny short, written and directed by Ali Rosenthal. And of course I play the Jewish mother of Mary. And
Is it available anywhere yet?
What?
Like, can we watch it anywhere yet?
I think look up Teen Mary.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could probably
Sounds
find it
hilarious.
Maybe
somewhere.
it's streaming somewhere, yeah.
It's really funny. And then I'm in another short called Being Dead Should Be Easy, directed by Claire Madsen and Drew Brandon Jones, written by Claire, and very funny, takes place at a Shiva, anyway, it's a very funny story about what happens after you die, and my daughter discovering that I'm planning to be buried with my family, and that there's no plot for her anyway. So, but it unravels in a very, very funny way. And that just won an award a couple weeks ago at the Los Feliz Film Festival here in LA. And so that's super fun. Those are both really fun. And I self-published a children's book called Ebenezer Finds a Reason, and the second book, Ebenezer Helps a Friend, I just finished. And so anyway, I hope in the next few months it'll be up on Amazon. The last one I was selling out of the back of my car, so I still, I've got a garage full of books, but I'm trying to get my Amazon thing together so people can just buy it. And I guess the only other thing that I would say about what I do to keep myself busy is that I also, alongside my animation work and acting work when it comes is that I lead people in song, and it's something that I've done for many, 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 many years. And so I gather people together, no prerequisite. You don't have to read music or anything like that. And we sing our little hearts out, and we sing, really wonderful music and from around the world, and cool music, and sometimes I write it. And anyway, so every summer I teach at the Omega Institute in upstate New York, and I will be there in July for during their family week, and in September for an event that I produce called Songfest, where I bring like 4 or 5 other incredible song leaders, musicians to sing with people. And this year, I have my friend Luke Wallace coming from Canada, my friend Sarah Thompson coming from Minnesota, my friend Melanie Demore coming from Oakland, and a wonderful guy by the name of Bruce Ngube, who's from Zimbabwe, who lives in London, and he's making his first trip to the U.S., and he teaches all songs from South Africa, from Zimbabwe, and he's fabulous. So it's going to be an amazing time. That's in the first week of September, or second week of September at the Omega Institute in upstate New York. And like that.
I love that. And so with those, that program, is it for an audience, or it's for everyone to just be singing together?
It's for everyone to be singing together. I teach in call and response. So you come in the room, and before you know it, we're in 5-part harmony. And people who've never sung before, and people who call themselves singers, it becomes an incredible instant community. And we make beautiful music together. And people, it's kind of beautiful, mind-blowing, healing thing to do. And I've done it for over 30 years. So it's like my little secret magic sauce that keeps my life rich and sane and beautiful.
It's what we need more than anything.
I get to do. I don't have to ask someone else, can I have this job?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's so great. Maggie, it has been such an incredible honor and joy to get to speak with you today. Thank you so much.
Fun.
Thank you so much.
I could hang out with you guys all day long. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you back if you have the time. We'd love to.
Please.
Also, this past Christmas, I went to a concert. It was Atlanta Symphony Orchestra with the Atlanta Young Singers and the Morehouse Men's Glee Club. Okay. And I had seen this performance that they do on TV, but never live. Morehouse Men's Glee Club is amazing.
Black College from Morehouse, HBCU.
They sing a song called Betlehemu. I was bawling basically from the start to the end. If you don't mind, I'm going to send you a clip of it. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
I don't mind. I would be thrilled. And it's incredible. What happens. I think one of the things that fuels the work that I do is that in the culture that we live in, singers are over here, and either you're in a choir and you know how to do this and you've auditioned for that, or you go to church, and because you're in church you get to do this. And in cultures all over the world, singing together is part of life. It's part of every day. Everybody does it
for millions of years, right? Like we've done that. It's always something humans have done.
Just ancient technology for how we get through life. Yeah. So, that's kind of my mission, is to just bring us all back into that room and have that experience, Casey, that you're describing. I mean, we're not doing something that's kind of at that level, but the sort of energy of creating harmony with other human beings is so powerful, and it shows it lifts you out of your intellect, and it puts you straight in your heart.
That is so cool.
There's a soloist, and then I was trying to hold it together, and then when there's a second soloist that comes in, and just those two singing in harmony, what usually makes me cry is when people are helping each other out, and it's like the ultimate helping each other out. Like, this guy just comes in, and now their two voices are like even stronger. Oh my God.
Incredible. I can't wait to listen. And I guess I should say that if people are interested in finding out about that, my music website is goldenbridgechoir.com, and people can get on the mailing list and come sing with us.
Absolutely.
So lovely.
That's amazing.
I got to tell you your points before we leave.
Oh,
right.
Let's get back to competition after that beautiful conversation. Your points at the end of this episode after trivia are 402 points.
Wow.
Amazing.
Okay. Then I guess, how do I compare to other people in my
If
age
we-
group? How do I compare?
Right, well, if Amber kept any kind of record, we could check, but we don't know. It sounds like a great score.
Okay, good.
We think it is.
I am not a competitive person. I actually usually freeze the minute the word game is uttered. So I
thank you
really
for playing
enjoyed
with
this.
us.
I felt like it was a gentle and welcoming
Good.
competition.
Good. Maggie, thank you so much for your time. It was
Thank
so
you.
lovely.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Have
You
a great one.
too. This has been Rephrasing, an Archer Rewatch podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at RePhrasingPod. Email us questions at rephrasingpod@gmail.com. Please, no pictures of your penis. That's just inviting pictures of their penis, isn't it? Rephrasing is produced by Amber Nash, Casey Willis, and Christian Danley. Our theme music is by Matt Hobbs. FX's Archer is now streaming on Hulu. We're so excited to be a Maximum Fun podcast this season, and we'd like to thank all of the Max Fun members that support our show. If you're not a member yet and you'd like to become one, go to maxfun.org/join.